Hello YouTube and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 House of Mordecius. This episode I believe is taking place a little bit after New Year's of 2026, so happy New Year's to everybody. I hope you have a great start to your 2026 and are able to get jump started on all those New Year's resolutions and all that good stuff. We're actually not too far off from New Year's of 887 AD here on House of Mordecius, being on the 8th of January. I overshot just a little bit in my excitement at the civil war that is being conducted here in Ireland, as southern and northern Ireland just go to the mattresses. Munster versus Meath and Connacht, just like absolutely going to town on each other. But anyway, if you like this video, please make sure to like it, please make sure to comment and let me know what you think of Crusader Kings 3 and House of Mordecius, and make sure to subscribe so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Go over to the TikTok and follow on TikTok. You look up Drognath on TikTok and make sure to follow. I'll be trying to post more stuff over there, as well as on the Blue Sky. If you go over to Blue Sky and follow, I don't remember what my username over there is, but if you look up Drognath, I'm sure you'll find it. But go check it out, and we're gonna go ahead and hit play here, see what happens with this war. We've got a few cities under siege, but they are also sieging a few of our cities, so it'll be a real interesting situation to see who comes out on top. And just a reminder to everybody, if you forgot from last time, Drognath himself is sailing across the sea back to Munster after his pilgrimage in which he explored Canterbury. So he's been away for a while, and when he returns, war will be raging across the lands. Lucia has safely arrived in Alba. Consider our pact confirmed. Thank you, King Constantine. Please don't attack me. That would be fantastic. And our learn language scheme is a success. We have learned the Lakitic language from Count Radoslav. We're going to go ahead and send a letter to Radoslav and see if we can impress him. And we do. He gained 25 opinion of us and grew closer to forming a friendship with us. Oh, we got the polyglot achievement. Let's see how many languages we know now. We know 9 foreign languages. We know 10 languages altogether, which is how you get the polyglot achievement, apparently. Holy crap. So let's just go ahead and list all these. Gaelic, Brittonic, Norse, Anglic, Dual Vulgaire, High German, Arabic, Iberian Vulgar, Basque, and Lakitic. I mean, we speak half the dang globe. I mean, not really. There's tons of languages that I could learn, but that, I think, is going to be just about all High Chieftain Drognath can learn at his ripe old age of 47. Now that we, for once in our life, am not trying to learn a foreign language, I think we're going to go ahead and go down here to Deirdre, who only has a +4 opinion of us. We're going to try to sway her. Now, I could give up on this scheme at any time, basically because, you know, she already has an okay amount of positive feelings towards us, but just something to have kind of going in the background to make sure our spy master is a little bit more than neutral, which would probably be a good thing. Here at the end of February, I have returned home. My journey has been a long one, but I finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the priors treat me. I have undergone the journey of a holy man, and they insist it has changed something about me, whether I can see it in myself or not. It is good to be home. Well, let's hope that as you have become a holy man, that you're able to get in good with God and have him help you win this war, Drognath. Our regency ended with Finn. Thank you very much, Finn, for holding down the fort while we've been gone. I'm gonna quickly take a look at my commanders here and make sure that the most effective commanders are sort of commanding these armies here. We're gonna replace Airlaid here with Monic, and we will be replacing Cathnio with Ronan, just to make sure we have people in command that are able to handle themselves. The battle between our forces and theirs is not far off. And as you can see, the siege of Enos has been lost. High Chieftain Merdok is now occupying Enos. Now, what this army here, the Band of Horsa, chooses to do after this is very important, because if they come after this army up here, assaulting Krushu, we're gonna have to send them away and see if we can make some kind of, like, tactical retreat. But right now, they're kind of just sitting there. The siege of Ailek has been won. First Army of Roscrea. I think we will go ahead and send them down here to Krushu to back up our forces down here. And the siege of Oriel has been won, but our war score is not really like changing it all. I guess because they're the allies of Connacht, but normally I think it would change. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll go ahead and send the third army of Rose-Creux here, down here to Cruashu. See how that plays out. So we've got our 3 armies here kind of converging on this one point here. Still waiting to see how the Band of Horsa, react to this information as their siege of Enos has concluded. And the siege of Lumnich will also similarly be over fairly soon. Well, we've got an offer here from High Chieftain Brandeb MacCade of Moray. Where the heck is that? Oh, okay, he's like up here in the north of the UK. He's requesting that his courtier, Maelsierin MacCade Ailpin, marries my favorite child, Eugenia. As a result, we would get an alliance sharing 1,800 troops with him. They would be born into Maelsierin's dynasty. But you know what? Eugenia gets 700 prestige out of the deal. We get 1,800 troops and a chance to actually win this war. Eugenia, I know you're only 12 years old. Marrying a 13-year-old, I guess, while still strange. There are worse things in the medieval world. We will go ahead and accept that betrothal. An alliance formed here on the 2nd of April. Now, High Chieftain Brandeb, I could really use your help here, bud, in this war. We certainly could use the help. I'll go ahead and call him to war and hope that he's able to raise an army in time to actually be of use to us. He has officially joined the war effort. Let's hope he gets here in time. And the siege of Lumnich has been lost, taking our war score down to 57%. Not good, people. Not good at all. And it looks as though the Band of Horsa is moving north towards our position. If we get all of our troops there in time, we might stand a chance, but it's not totally guaranteed. As a matter of fact, we might have to make a somewhat tactical retreat while we wait for the first army of Ross to get here. In fact, we are going to take all 3 of our armies and start pushing them north up to friendly territory, see if they can outrun these armies here, and wait for our allies to arrive. I hate to abandon the siege of the capital of Connacht here, but some tough decisions have to be made if we actually want to try to win this thing. We're going to send the third army of Rose-Creux up here to the north, and the first army of Ross is like very close. They're making their way down here. They might be our saving grace, potentially, if they get here in a timely fashion. I'm going to take all 3 of these armies here and move them up to this position, the farthest north position we can get. And it looks as though they are heading south, maybe realizing that we have sort of outrun them, but our war score is 60%, or just below 60%. Things are not looking good. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am nervous. It's only really over one chunk of land, but this is a big deal. We need to win this battle. It's almost symbolic more than anything. It's really a battle between us and Murdoch over like who is going to be the top dog here in Ireland. Who's it gonna be? Not to mention the fact that our son was killed. Rodan was murdered by Murdoch's ally. We're gonna go ahead and merge all 3 of these armies just so they're one cohesive unit. 2,300 troops commanded by Lord Finn. Not bad. And we're gonna wait for the first army of Ross to make their appearance. And while they move south, we're going to move this army back to the capital of Connacht as these enemy armies move south, potentially saving us some time, hopefully. And we have an event here for High Chiefess Serlaith. Apparently, she has been distant lately, and she's our soulmate. It would be a real shame if we found out she's been unfaithful. Let's go ahead and investigate this. We have a 60% chance to learn about her love life and a 40% chance to gain 30% stress, or 30 stress if we find no proof of infidelity. I think we can handle it. We're not too stressed out right this second, so let's see what happens. We find no proof of infidelity, gain 30 stress. Once again, Serlaith has remained faithful. Why I ever doubt her, I know not. And Sier has our son here. When naming this son, let's go ahead and go with a good insular, or let's go with a good Irish name. Oh, I like Abner. May you grow strong and wise, Abner. Let's Let's get Abner some education here. Baby Abner. And it looks like we will be Abner's guardian. Send the proposal. And Abner is hunchbacked. Interesting. Is Sier hunchbacked? Or does she have that? She doesn't have that trait, actually. That's interesting. Okay, well, you know, sometimes you just end up with a hunchback. And the siege of Tralee has begun here on 30th of July, 887. They have come for us. It's not looking good. If they take Tralee, I think it might be over. We begin sieging Crusader once again. What I'm going to do is split our army in half and send one half down to attack Athlone. And hopefully that creates enough of a havoc to draw the enemy army away from Tralee. And the first army of Ross has made landfall here in Northern Ireland, actually in our recently taken Ulster. So what we're going to do is hopefully wait for them to get a little bit further south, link up with them, and make our march on Tralee. It's getting tense here. It's really coming down to the wire. And as the first army of Ross enters here into the barony of Longford, we're going to select our armies and we're going to make our way down to Tralee, abandoning our two sieges. This is really the moment of fate. Tomas's diplomacy increased by 1. That's fantastic. But this is really the determination. This is really what's going to determine how the war goes, and honestly, I really do think it's going to be the deciding factor in who eventually takes Ireland. So we're moving our armies south to begin the defense of Tralee. Let's designate a guardian for our daughter Sier, and High Chiefess Serlaith is available, so we'll send her to educate our dear daughter. Ooh, and this army's getting a little too close for comfort, so what I think we'll do instead, send these two armies up here to Lumnich, because I don't want them to directly attack quite yet until these armies get closer. Our two armies have linked up here in Lumnich. We're going to merge them. 2,000 troops waiting to link up with the 1,800 troops from the first army of Ross. And as soon as they do that, it's time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to order them. Well, maybe not yet. We're going to wait for the first army of Ross to get closer, if they ever do. Oh, they're heading north for some reason? No, we want them to come south with us. So we're heading south. Yeah, there we go. Follow with us into battle. Oh god, I really hope this goes well. Oh my goodness. This could be real bad. Oh, and it looks like they're retreating. Deirdre was swayed, so she now has plus 28 opinion of us. Fantastic. Yeah, it looks like they're moving south for some reason. And here on 17th of December. Oh boy. The Battle of Tralee, the Battle of Desmond, I guess is what it's called, has begun. We have an okay chance of winning on our own, but I think it's really all going to depend on if the first army of Ross gets here in time. Let's see how it plays out. Here we are, 31st of December, 887 AD. Could you even ask for higher drama than this? The Battle of Desmond has just absolutely ignited. We're so evenly locked here with 1,500 troops against 1,900 of theirs. The first army of Ross is on their way. It could spell absolute disaster here. I mean, the drama has never been higher, but we'll have to see what happens next episode of the House of Mordecius. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure to like the video. Please make sure to comment. Let me know what you think of House of Mordecius and Crusader Kings 3. Make sure to subscribe so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Other than that, folks, I will see you next time.